Hi, everybody. It's Sally Dietlein from Hale Center Theater. And do you know, we have been at theater since 1985, which is 40 years. And we thought, what can we do in the way of a season to make sure that we have a 40th year that's so memorable? And this year it turned out to be so amazing. In fact, we're right in the middle of the first two shows of the year. And those first two shows are a couple of my favorites. The first one is Little Women. It's running right now at the theater. And Little Women is such a joyful piece because it's the musical that was written, played Broadway a number of years ago, and just continues to recycle. It's being played all over the world. The adaptation was by Alan Nee, and who is a friend of ours. And so it's joyful. And then we also have Stephen Schwartz. You know, he's the one who wrote all the music for Wicked, which is a big deal. He wrote all of the music for The Prince of Egypt, which is the story of Moses. And it kind of gives a different kind of a look at the story of Moses because it talks about quite a bit about his relationship with his Egyptian family. He would have had one. He would have been about 40 years old when he left Egypt. And so he would have had that wonderful relationship with them, and that established relationship and how that kind of was shifted and moved as the story of Moses continued. Beautiful music, great staging. And then we get to bring to you one that was on Broadway for quite a while called Finding Neverland. Now, it was a play, and then it became a movie with Johnny Depp called Finding Neverland that everyone loved. And so they decided to make a musical from that. And in that wonderful musical, you get the story of J.M. Barrie, who wrote Peter Pan, and kind of how he got the twinkling of an idea to write about the lost boy Peter Pan from three young boys. Oh, you're going to love this. The music is so very, very beautiful. Then we also have, this, I have to say, if I had a personal favorite this year, it's this one. There was a play that used to be, that actually began as a made-for-television movie. In 1957, it actually played live right as it was. It starred Henry Fonda. And it's the story of a deliberation of 12 jurors about a young man who had murdered his father. Did he do it, or was it someone else? What really happened? It's the story of how a jury kind of weaves and changes their minds as new information comes to light. I love this. It's something that will put you right on the edge of your seat. It's magnificent. Don't miss 12 Angry Men. We have the 41st anniversary of the musical Footloose. Last year was the 40th here in Utah. This year is the 41st of when Kevin Bacon was in this magnificent musical. So much fun. They used the Lehigh Roller Mills as part of the filming site for that. Great. Let's hear it for the boy. All the amazing songs that come from that and the dancing. We've just cast this, folks. The cast is fantastic. And then we have the musical comedy Murders of 1940. Now, it's not a musical, but it's about people who make musicals, and they come together in a house, and they're working to try, these producers, these writers, these directors, they're working to try to flesh out a musical when all of this mayhem starts. It is so fun, so funny, little bit of singing in it, but not much. Just come to laugh your head off. The next one we have is Sister Act. Sister Act is one of those joyful moments in time that you just can't miss. Of course, there were a couple of movies made from this, but this is the full-scale Broadway musical that came from the movie, and its Sister Act is so full of goodness, happiness, light, introspection. The music is spectacular, and I think you're going to have the time of your life. All right, let's get down to it. Now the next one, I'm telling you folks, you've got to get your tickets now. Frozen will come to the Hale Center Theater stage, and it is selling like hotcakes. It's going in groups and masses. So I would say get on board, get your tickets right now. Frozen will be spectacular. You won't want to be left out in the cold and not see Frozen, the musical. We also have, playing right concurrently in the Jewel Box with that, it will be then our 41st anniversary playing of The Christmas Carol. I think we have the most beautiful production of that of anywhere in the world. And it plays right here in the Jewel Box where I'm seated today in these comfortable ruby red seats. And then we have a couple of little bits of cherries on the ice cream for you. 2 short runs from these great performers that you won't want to miss. One is a little short run from Mr. Jason Hewlett, who does magnificent, he doesn't call himself an impressionist, but it is a fabulous thing of Elton John and other great musicians. He has a full band behind him. So much fun, so funny. This man, Jason Hewlett, plays all over the world. He is contracted to do everywhere, and he's going to be right here in this Jewel Box doing this for you in a very intimate way. By the way, we did this last summer, and it sold out like crazy, so you want to come back again and see it, or encourage your friends to come and see it. And then we do a run. It's called a sit-down or a residency of Gentry. These 3 men they met each other when we did Les Miserables the first time, and just kind of stuck, and they have been performing together ever since. When you see Gentry close up on the Jewel Box stage, it will just power through you in ways that you've never heard them before. So you don't want to miss that. I want you to know that the 40th season is a great season. And to jump on board, the season tickets are selling like crazy. Individual tickets are selling, but we want you to come and have a great time with us. And let's just celebrate the 40th year all year long. Thank you, folks. We'll be excited to see you at the theater.